Happy Monday morning, folks. Happy Monday morning. Okay, I got a couple things I want to address as I drive to work here. First off, fuel prices are going out the roof. So if you want to store fuel, please be sure that you do so in a safe manner, and that you use some kind of fuel stabilizer in it so you don't waste your money on storing your fuel. Secondly, I want to reiterate what I have heard from several people about the fact that there are jobs available, but nobody wants to do it. I have an example for you. I was working all week last week, and Thursday afternoon, I got off a little bit early, and I asked my neighbor's kid who does lawn work for a living. I asked him if he would cut my front yard, and I would pay him $50 or $60 to do that. Now, let's be aware that my front yard is not very big. It's maybe the size of a mobile home lot. I mean, it's not very big at all. It's not like these, that I'm going past. I mean, it's a quarter of those size. So I felt that $50 or $60 was appropriate to, run his riding lawnmower over it, and then do a little bit of weed eating around the house and weed eat out the ditch. I thought that was appropriate. He agreed to that, and Friday evening I came home and I saw that he had not cut my yard, and understandably Friday it was up to 93, so I asked him if he was going to cut it over the weekend, and then suddenly he was like, well, I have to get my lawnmower worked on, and I've got this to do and that to do, and basically an hour job. He pissed off the $50-$60 for an hour job. Okay, now I bust my ass at work, and I don't even make $50 or $60 an hour, so I ended up having to do it myself. But anyway, I'm glad I did, because when I cut the ditches, I did have a water moccasin that was in the ditch that I needed to dispatch, because it was starting to be territorial towards me, and I and my neighbors also have chickens and pets, and that is not a snake you want to keep around. And unfortunately, there's really nowhere that you can relocate them. You just have to dispatch them, and I hate doing it, but I had no choice. In this instance, if it had turned around and went back into the ditch and back up the ditch way there, I would have left it alone. But it actually came at me and chased me. So, yeah, not having that. So I'm kind of glad that happened, and that I ended up cutting the ditch just for that reason. God's providence. I knew what to do in that situation, and I'm not sure if this younger kid would have known that. And I would not have wanted anyone to get bit anyway. But I'm also hearing online, I'm hearing reports of this shortage and that shortage and everything. Folks, do your due diligence. Pay attention to when the trucks are coming to the stores, and when the food is actually going on the shelves. Yes, there are shortages. Of course, there's going to be shortages. We were all locked down for 2.5 years. Okay, and so the manufacturers are not being able to put out as much food as they can normally do. And we have a whole bunch of boats over in China that are locked down at China's ports because of their policies over there. So, yes, food is moving, but it is moving at a very snail's pace. So you need to do your own due diligence, and unfortunately, I don't see that improving anytime soon. So please try and start writing out meal plans and trying to shop more diligently. In other words, look for items. You're going to have to start planning your shopping trips. So let's say next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. You're going to have people over for a barbecue. Well, you want to look all week this week at the meat prices and the barbecue prices, and do your due diligence on who has what. Okay, this is just going to be, I feel, a new normal over the next couple of years until we get the supply chain issues fixed. Because right now I don't see them doing anything to fix the supply chain issues. I mean, bringing stuff in from overseas is a temporary band-aid. It doesn't stitch up the problem. And I hate to say that to folks, but yeah, we need to fix the problems, and I don't see that happening. So you're going to have to kind of change the way you shop and kind of do more of a meal planning and organization type thing. And that's what I have for you this beautiful Monday morning. It's supposed to be up in the 90s today. Please stay hydrated if you are in the heat. Please stop drinking so many sodas and drink more water, even if you have to drink flavored water, which I tend to have to do. There's a lot of people get sick over the summertime because they get dehydrated, because they don't like drinking water. Please don't be that person. Please don't be that person. I don't want to see any one of my subscribers end up in the hospital because of a simple fix that they could have done. So do your due diligence and stay hydrated and be safe, folks. Hope y'all have a good week, and I might be on again later on in the week. I don't know. I got to stop here and drop off my trash. But yeah, have a blessed day, folks. Bicycle.